What's going on, family? This is episode 86 of the Pharaohs Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. What's Good himself, Israel.
What's good? It's another day to be great.
Yes, sir, it is. We got y'all on this special Tuesday. Normally we be on Mondays, but yesterday was a holiday, and it was a lot of shenanigans going on.
Yeah, it was a whole lot. GSP outside, everybody counting outside, trying to make the quotas and put people to jail and all that good stuff.
Well, that goes into what we start off with all the time. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
Man, that was a blast. Let's see. Hold up, give me a
Okay,
moment.
y'all know it's dinner time for Israel
Man,
family.
right, look, right now I'm eating a snack. I'm eating some pretzels. I gotta cook my dinner, but all right. So my weekend was pretty decent, minus the fact it be going by so fast, and I be doing so much. I be trying to remember what day I did what.
Mhm.
So let me see. Let me go to my calendar because sometimes that reminds me of what I had going on. So
I
it
know
was
you.
supposed to be a Atlanta Black Bike Weekend, but they
Yeah,
canceled it due to the rain that was scattered thunderstorms around the city and flooding and stuff like that.
man, rain was crazy in Atlanta
Yeah, it
this
was
week.
crazy,
Crazy.
real crazy. So Saturday was chilling half the day, and then I went to think I went to a block party on Sunday. I don't know. I think that was Sunday. I think I went to a block party on Sunday. Saturday. Hold up. Yesterday was Monday. Sunday block party that happened Saturday. I don't know exactly what I did Saturday. What happened Saturday? I don't know. Saturday was a blur. I think I was out.
I mean, you definitely had some type of fun because you hit us with the
Yeah.
you got kicked out of a pool party.
Yeah, I think Saturday I was chilling with my lady friend half the day. Then the other half the day I went to a block party. Right. Yeah, I went to a block party. Yeah, that's right. So that's how that went. Saturday and Sunday. I think so. Yeah, so there was so much that went on. So I went to a block party for a motorcycle event. That was pretty decent. After that, I went and swapped out the bike for the car, or the car for the bike,
Mhm.
because at that point it was sunny, and I was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna go get on the bike." So I left my motorcycle bros, went to the house, get the bike, came back to the south side. Then Biddy Bop around the south side, went to Escapades, right? Went there with some of my bros, and some of them was at Whiskey before then. Then after that, I forget. My cousin had invited me to a pool party, which I forgot
Okay.
because at this point it was like, yo, it's getting late, and I like to be at stuff at a certain time. Like if it started at 8, I'll probably show up like 9 o'clock or something, 8:30. But I don't know, dealing with other people. We're just gonna say dealing with other people, they ain't always on time or they be on BP time, black people time. So get to the party, I think eventually. No, no, no. Somewhere in between there, I got pulled over. So I was going to a different clubhouse to go see
Crazy.
if they was open. And then I ended up getting pulled over because Riverdale police ain't had nothing else to do. So it's raining at this point. It's kind of drizzling, but I ain't speeding or nothing because I ain't trying to slide. I've been down too many times to slide. And then I see the police lights. I'm like, what? I'm like, the lights. I'm like, what's going on? Then he pulled me
Yeah.
over and he's like, yeah, I see your tag. It's saying the bike red, but it's black. What's up with that? You got insurance? So I'm like, yeah, I got insurance. Long story short, I was like, yo, this tags for my old bike. I just got this one. I ain't got the new tags yet. And then he was like, I need to get the new tags. And it's worse me driving with the old tags on versus no plate, which I think is a lie because I done had the old
I
tags
was
on
gonna
since
say
like
that's
I've been driving it
why is
right
it
since
worse?
November, but they ain't had nothing else to do. I don't know. He ain't had nothing else to do, you know. So I got pulled over
Mm.
probably 9 something. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm finna just drop the bike off and I'm done with the night because yeah, I ain't trying to be out here keep getting pulled over. Then I went to a pool party. My cousin picked me up. Went to the pool party. I'm a guest of the guests, so
Right.
we go there chilling, having good vibes. Then you got one. I'm gonna tell you this: people are so ignorant, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Give me a hot second. People are ignorant because of the fact they just assume so much. Like I had some beads on, right? And then they're like, oh, the lady touched my beads. Oh, what are you, Hotep? I'm like, no, I'm not Hotep. And I touched her cross. What are you, Christian? Yeah, I am Christian. And then she was like,
Oh, I
I
guess
was
she
like,
proved you wrong.
look, look, look. No, no. But I'm like,
Okay.
Jesus wasn't a Christian, right? She's like, no, he was Hebrew. I'm like, no, he was Coptic. What's that? You should look it up. Well, what is it? I'm like, that's what I am. And then she's like, well, you can't tell me. I'm like, take my number down. We could talk a different time. Well, you don't know. I'm like, no, I don't feel like talking about it right now. So if you want to know, take my number down. We could talk about it another time, right? So that's one. Right.
Mm.
So going left, talk about her Jesus piece and cross and stuff like that. No, people are shallow because she assumed something else, but then you don't have enough knowledge of like a plethora of other religions or ways of life, so you just assume somebody is one thing. But and then you get some other dude, he decide he want to start roasting people. And yeah, and then I start roasting back. You like, yo, it ain't that personal. We just having fun. Woo, woo. All right, cool. So then it just keep going back and forth, and I guess somewhere down the line,
Mhm.
I think the main girl who invited us got offended because it's something I said. I don't know what I said, but I don't know. Apparently, I was getting
Uh,
escorted out. I was getting escorted out by her, and once I got out the gate, she closed the door, and I'm like, "Dang, that's crazy! Like, what happened?" I don't know. Whatever I said went way left, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, get him out of here." I'm like, "What? What you?" Yeah, so it's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, that happened, and then
that is crazy.
yeah, so I'm like, all right. So I kick it at my motorcycle buddy house. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just
Yeah,
stay here
because
for the
the police
night.
was on you
'Cause-
like this.
oh yeah, they was on me. So, and I'm out there like, yo, I'm too lit. I'm just stay here. I'm gonna leave in the morning whenever I wake up. They like, all right, cool. So I leave in the morning. I get up 75 heading towards Marietta, and then I get pulled over. I'm like, what? I'm like, another one?
Again?
Yeah, I get pulled over. It's 12 hours later. It's 9 in the morning. And I know I wasn't speeding because one is still misting outside, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't trying to slide it. I ain't trying to, dude gonna say, he caught me speeding going 86 and the 65. I'm like, dude, when you pulled me over, I was going 70. And I was looking
Uh-huh.
at my monitor to see where, the directions, but it was saying stuff. Oh yeah, I pulled you over, but I really pulled you over because I see you ain't have no plate. And then you want to run the van, and then the same thing for last night. Yeah, you got to get it registered. You're supposed to have it registered within 7 days, and yeah, all that mess. So then after that, I just took it home and parked it, trying to do what I need to do, but I need some other documents to be legal with it. But yeah, that was my stuff. And then other than that, all day Sunday, I stayed in the crib. I probably went out twice. That was once probably to take out the garbage and the other time to get some food. No, once I went to go look at something, look at one of these spots. And then I came back and then I went to go get some food. But I was in the crib all day. I ain't go nowhere. Same thing
Yeah.
for Monday. I think yesterday was Monday. Yeah, I was in the crib most of the day. I ain't feel like I'm like, look, because I was off and they called. It was a holiday, and I'm like, look, I ain't trying to go nowhere. I ain't trying to spend no money on. I ain't trying to spend no gas money for real. Cause the precursor to the show, I was telling you about how much stuff is. I'm like, look, a whole tub of coffee is $10. Gas is up there, is high. You trying to figure out if they smoking or not? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just my weekend, and I had another day off. And yeah, how was your weekend? How was your weekend?
Man, your weekend was more exciting than mine. Friday, I was getting to the money on
Get to
Saturday.
the money.
Saturday, I went out with this actress who is actually
Mm,
in shows. She got a little spots in some Tubi movies.
that's what's
Like
up.
she actually that's her career. You feel what I'm saying? And she sing too a little bit and rap. So she got like a little musical side to her. Plus the she says she's an entertainer. So um
What type of
yeah,
entertainment?
it was it was the kind that so we went to this restaurant. We went to this restaurant and it was nice. It's a soul food little spot. Um, we was in Fayetteville. Then Fayetteville. That was when I called you to see if you was still out with your biker homies because I was finna pull up. We was finna pull up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we just start.
That was
We
missing
decided
me
to go.
getting pulled over.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
So yeah. So before, so I hit you up. You said what was going on. We had went to the liquor store, because we go to the liquor store, it's gonna make you wanna anyway. So we went to the liquor store and we had got some, I don't know, some stuff. And then went to whiskey barbecue. It was
That was lit. It
l-
was lit though, wasn't it?
it was lit that night. It was this old
Yeah.
man. It was his birthday. I think he turned like 68. This man dancing in the middle of the dance floor with all these young women around him. I'm sitting here like, what y'all got going on in here?
Man, a lot going on. It be lit.
It was lit. Had some drinks there. We was toe up, man. It was a good time. And then after that, took the situation to the situation spot, and yeah,
Sound like a whole lot of action.
yeah, it was fun Saturday. It was a fun Saturday. Woke up Sunday. Woke up Sunday, I went to the movies to go see did not get a chance to see Michael still, but I did go see the movie with Kiki Palmer. I love Boosters.
Dang, today was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I said today. I should have went to the movies too.
Yeah, so I went to go see I Love Boosters with Kiki Palmer and a bunch of other great actresses and actors and stuff that was in there.
Yep.
The guy from ATL and the Book of Eli. Wait, no, not the Book of Eli, the Book of Clarence. Remember
I ain't seen that.
that is hilarious. Um, that movie, my little quick review, family. To me, I didn't. It wasn't my taste. It got a little confusing at times. I actually did leave out the movie theater a couple times, and I really didn't mind missing a
What?
couple things. Yeah, I went back to the concession stand to get me my new favorite drink is that high C cherry.
I
Oh
mean,
my
that movie was
god.
boring, man.
Yeah, it wasn't my taste of
That's what.
artistic style. So it was a movie about
What?
boosting, but also had a good clear message in it, right? So I understood the message. I just didn't like how the message was delivered on screen, if that makes sense.
Uh, okay.
Just that's just me. That's just me. So um so yeah, I did that Sunday. Monday, had Mondays with Makita yesterday. We kind of free flowed and freestyled yesterday because it was a holiday. So we were just talking about what Memorial Day, what's the difference between Memorial Day and what and Veterans Day is.
What's the
We found
difference? I should
The
have done.
difference is so the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day is Memorial Day is for the fallen soldiers, and Veteran Day is just for they both military based holidays.
When's Veterans Day? November?
I forgot. Is it in November?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
We know that it's always on a Monday.
The Book of Clarence. The Book of Clarence. That's what y'all. Okay. Is that out? Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh, it's on Netflix.
the Book of Clarence is hilarious. Dude acting like
I
Jesus.
got
Yeah, Veterans Day is in November.
Amazon Prime.
We got Labor Day in somebody just playing too much. I wonder why they don't say nothing in the comment section instead of texting my phone. That'd be killing me. But anyway, a whole lot of action. It's crazy. Uh that just threw my track off. Yeah, so Labor Day is in September. Veterans Day is in November. Memorial Day is in May. You got something else in October. Is it Indigenous Day now? Because it's not Columbus Day no more. But yeah. So yeah, that was what I did yesterday. We had Mondays with Makita. It was cool. We, like I say, we freestyled a lot because it was a holiday and we just had people talk and stuff like that. So that was really it. Then now we're here today. I worked a little bit last night. Now I'm here today. And we're gonna get to it, family. We talked about our weekend. I didn't think that was gonna take that long, but we had a good little story off the top. Of course, tune in every Mondays with Makita on TikTok on her page at Sugar Bolly, which is SUGABOLLY, which is every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, family. Shout out to the Spotify listeners. And
Big
like I
shout
said,
out.
off the top, we're gonna talk about the NBA because I gotta update y'all each time something happened, and a whole lot has happened since last Monday. All right, so we had the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals right now that's going on. Eastern Conference Finals is done because the New York Knicks swept the Cleveland Cavaliers, 4-0, and the Eastern Conference champions, and now they're going to the finals. New York Knicks is going to the finals, and they're waiting on the winner between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs, and they're tied right now 2-2. They have a game playing right now. So right now is the best out of who gonna get to 4 first. Who gonna get to 4 wins first?
Yeah, man. I think OKC gonna get up out of there. I was telling somebody that the Knicks was gonna get it, but they're like, no, they don't think the Knicks. Cause who the Knicks is playing? Who's they
Cleveland
playing?
Cavaliers swept them 4-0.
Yeah, I was like,
They
yeah, they're
ain't
gonna
win
get
not
swept.
one game.
And I'm like, it should be games like that sometimes because like you need to let it like if they that good, cause I get it is money, but like yo, like if they that good, like let them sweep them and bruise their ego, bruise somebody's ego, be like, yo, y'all ain't win one game, like you suck, get it
Mm-hmm.
together. But the the league is rigged because there's times where the other team should have won, but they didn't win away because they wanted to bring the money back at home. I'm like, dude, just win if you're gonna win it where you gonna win it at. But I get it, it's a whole money thing, but still, it's like, dude, and
I am
yeah, I had a
totally
little
shocked.
argument with people. They're like, yeah, it's a whole money thing. The more money they in the stadium, the more money they can make, so they bring it back home. Whatever. They need blowout games like it used to happen.
Yeah, the Knicks definitely was blowing out the Cavaliers every single game, and I was shocked. I'm like, oh my God, James Harden, you can't do nothing. I just feel bad for Donovan Mitchell, who is engaged to Coco Jones right now. And I'm just thinking to myself, I wonder what she said to him when they got home from from losing all 4 games. Like, man, you couldn't get one game? That's crazy. But yeah, so they're in the
Yeah,
finals
that's
right
super
now.
crazy.
They wait. The finals start on June 3rd for our basketball people. Um, they're just waiting on their opponent, and their opponent is still playing right now in their series. 2-2. Somebody's going to go up 3-2 tonight once that game is finished in San Antonio. Um, update on Bears news. They're still looking for a stadium, which I don't want them to move. I don't understand why they just don't stay in Chicago. But oh yeah, because the owners of the Bears said they want to get more money from the stadium, so they rather build one and get more money to the family
Mm.
of the owners. Yeah, they don't want the stadium, Soldier Field, is owned by the city of Chicago.
So who family they trying to get it to?
The owners of the Bears.
Okay.
So the family of the Bears is the owners, and then they're going against the city of Chicago, going back and forth about the money and getting the
Okay.
revenue for the
So it's
stadium.
at the end of the day, it's greed.
Rich people
So
problems.
yeah, rich people probably like, yo, I want more money. Make it, yeah, basically, it's greed. So
Yeah.
yeah, is that probably why they want to be indie animals?
Yeah, they said because the state of Indiana say, yeah, it'll make, of course, it would make y'all more money if the Bears go and have a stadium and play in Hammond, Indiana. Duh, because y'all don't have anything in Indiana right now. Y'all trying
They
to
don't have
rebuild
nothing.
the
They don't have
city.
no Indiana teams. Don't they have the
No, they
Browns?
have Indiana
No, that's
teams. No,
Ohio.
they haven't. Yeah, they have Indiana teams such as the Indiana
What Indiana
Pacers. They
football?
have the Indianapolis Colts, which is a
Oh, they
football
suck.
team. He
Yeah,
said they suck. They got Super Bowls now. Don't do that. They the ones that beat
yeah.
us when we went to the Super Bowl back in '06.
They won the Super Bowl in '06.
Yeah, the Peyton Manning. Remember that name?
He was with the Colts. Okay.
He was with the Colts.
Damn.
That was the quarterback that beat our quarterback back in
Okay. Yeah, that
'06.
was like almost 20 years ago. But crazy work.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the Knicks
Okay.
is in the finals. The New York Knicks is in the finals for the first time in 27 years.
That's what's up. I guess it take every year. At least 20 years or something if you ain't. I don't know, man.
All right, that's what our sports family. All right, now let's get into the first topic of the day. And the first topic of the day, family, we're gonna get into some crazy news, and that is you got to watch these teachers, man. These teachers out here ruthless.
Insane.
Let me just go ahead and let me go ahead and share the screen so family you can see what happened. Yes, this is a picture of a doll, a black doll that has been lynched in a Florida classroom. Let's read the report. All right, a Florida middle school teacher is out of a job after a video capturing what many are calling a simulation of a lynching spread across social media and sparked nationwide outrage. 63-year-old, guess the name, Karen Savage. Karen was recorded wrapping a charger cord around a baby doll's neck, black baby doll's neck, and hoisting it over the classroom television set at Barrington Middle School, leaving it dangling visibly beneath the screen. A 14-year
How
old
is that
student
even a
named
joke?
Noah,
It's crazy.
yeah, 14 a 14 year old student named Noah recorded the incident While she was lowering it down, I was like, I think I should record this so I have more proof that she did it. Noah said, I needed more evidence so she doesn't get away with it.
They
Noah
smart.
explained Noah explained that Karen Savage had confiscated the doll from a classmate who wasn't paying attention during a presentation. What happened next left the classroom stunned. Students initially responded with nervous laughter, then the mood shifted. Everybody started telling her it was wrong and racist to do that, Noah said. And then said it was a joke, and then she took the doll down. A second video later emerged showing Karen Savage tossing the doll into what appears to be a trash can after the incident. Noah's mother, Nia Williams, said that she went into a panic the moment she saw the video her son sent to the family group chat.
Boy, I would have sent that everywhere. Group chat, Facebook, Instagram, tag the teacher, Twitter, TikTok, especially TikTok. Oh yeah, it would have been up like this. She would have never knew what happened. Like, look, she would have been fired before the day is over with. Fired before the class is over with. I would have tagged my
So
school and everything. I would have been in trouble, but I would have tagged the school and everything because I'm supposed to be learning and not on my phone. But still, they need to see this.
yeah, that was crazy. So going back to the report,
They got
um,
the video, don't she? Don't they?
She said that wasn't something that I expected my children in 2026 to ever have to deal with seeing a lynching, whether it was real or fake. The whole image is just horrific. She added that the trauma won't soon fade. This is something that they will never forget. This will be with my son for the rest of his life. Hillsborough County School Superintendent commented on Karen Savage had been pulled from campus and placed under review by Wednesday, May 20th. The district finalized her termination effective immediately. So she fired.
Five.
She fired. So after hearing this story, Israel, what's your thoughts?
These people, right? They keep showing their colors every time. Them light skinned, them YT people, them caution people, they show their colors every time. Like I just hate how history was where black people have been so subservient to the lighter skinned people where they just let them get away with it so often and people just let you know they not racist. They are very much racist, and if they empowered to do some racist stuff, they gonna do it every time. They gonna show their hand. It's like it's a joke they gotta tell, right? They just gotta say it because their intrusive thoughts are gonna win. Their intrusive thoughts have won at this point, and they all underline racist. They can say they not, but I guarantee you, you put a camera in their crib, they up there saying some racist stuff. I swear. They
They
saying
out
some
there
racist
saying
stuff.
nigga with the hard R, huh?
Oh yeah, that they watching all the black movies. Like, yeah, it's crazy. They are studying us, trying to be us, but then they just want to make fun of us. It's like the person you know who's gonna be great. You want to make sure you down that person as much as you can, so they don't be great. But you know, what's your thoughts on it?
I agree with you on that. Let me say this real quick. This is the reason why you need to start um homeschooling your children. Because first of all, how does it you're 63 years old. So I already know white people over a certain age, they just automatically racist. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about. If we got great grandparents and great and grandparents who remember the civil right era, Jim Crow laws, if they can talk about and testify to what has happened during that time period, the white people the same age can testify about all of privileges they had during that time period. during that time. Back in my day, when
Right.
everything was about black and white, they gonna talk about how racist they were and how proud they are to be racist, but then have the same issue because black people are saying they black and they proud. Are you kidding me? They talking about black supremacy. Are you kidding me? We can't talk about not the history that y'all put in these history books, and now it's coming out like, oh, that's not true. They changed Columbus Day to Indigenous Day. They're now doing oh wait, it wasn't July 4th of Independence Day like America for real, was black people still enslaved. So now we're going to give you guys Juneteenth of 1865. So it's like, it's just so much that's coming out now that they're trying to finally give us the whole let's give them the real black history. No, black people have been uncovering the real black history for a very long time. And now they can't stop it because it's being taught everywhere. They got the internet flying around giving us all the information about real black history. So now they can't do anything but give us the truth. So with this story, I'm glad she got fired. I'm glad they didn't take their time with it. It was 1000% racist. And
That's how I need to be.
Karen, yeah, you need to be up out of here, Karen.
They need instant repercussions. Instant repercussions is how it needs to be all the time.
Well, let's get into to the next story, which is about this, because I guess this the racist stuff. So now we got finally somebody taking charge about the racism, right?
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent, we got them up out of here. Now we have somebody who's making an excuse of racism. All right, family. Let's get into this. And I'm so glad that we on here talking about this because y'all blew up the comment section. I had so many racist people in the comment section, family, because I said that the joke about George Floyd at Kevin Hart's roast was distasteful. And they got on here talking about, didn't he point a gun at a pregnant woman's stomach? He actually died from an overdose of fentanyl and all this other stuff. Well, guess what? Maybe he was on fentanyl, but that knee to his neck is what took him out. But let's get to Kevin Hart actually saying, in his words, that it was a joke. Kevin Hart saying he didn't say, he's, of course, taking his accountability off of it because he said he didn't say it out his mouth. So he doesn't have to really say too much about it. He just going to, I guess, and y'all hear for yourself, because to me, he was defending his boy about his joke. And I'm like, dang, Kevin Hart, you just gone. But Hollywood money talk. So he had this interview with the Breakfast Club. Let's see him talk about that racist joke from the Breakfast Club.
He saw the joke and it picked up pretty big. So I didn't know if you saw it, but he basically said, like, as a fan of you and knowing that you came to the funeral to support his family, even though it's a roast and Tony, that's what he does, they expected you to kind of be the person that would like stop it right in the moment or just not allow for certain things to happen.
And he also said he wanted you to come harder. He said if they're going to joke, why you ain't come harder with your own jokes? All right, racist jokes, I guess.
This is actually a good thing to give a rebuttal to.
That was Regina killed that. Right? Yeah, oh wait, that's right. You probably should say killed
that. The jokes about Kevin was on a slave ship in a bottle with like the ship in the bottle. Like, I'm going to appreciate humor. I don't get affected by the.
People always ask
wow,
me,
did it just really go on commercial like that? That is crazy. Give me a second, family, while I get this together, because he was definitely about to go in and give an excuse of why.
I think no jokes of slavery are to be funny. Like maybe if you doing like family to family type stuff, but you in the public, this is stuff that doesn't go beyond your four walls, you know? But it's not something to take lightly. It's really not. Because they trying to reverse slavery, take away blacks voting rights now in different counties and states and things
Yeah,
of
I
that
was I
nature.
was definitely about to get into that too.
The attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like, oh man, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, then you don't watch it. It's that simple for me. Like it's black and white. I think country music is a big genre, right? I don't really listen to country music. So I'm not going to a country music festival to go, hey man, this is ass. Why am I there? I shouldn't have bought a ticket. I didn't have to go.
Oh, I feel a rage in me coming. But go ahead. What rant? Go ahead though, Israel. That was
I guess you
a
gotta
bunch of nonsense.
know the comedian before you go there and his type of jokes, be a true fan or whatever. But still, some stuff you shouldn't say in the public. You know, you shouldn't stay out and open at shows like that. That's my 2 cents.
I'm gonna say this because I understand that it's a joke. It's a distasteful joke, which he just admitted in that audio and at the Breakfast Club.
Right.
Kevin Hart is intelligent enough to know that is a bad joke and it shouldn't have happened. But he's trying to defend it in a way that, hey, if you don't like this level of comedy, because he did say stupid. I didn't play the whole interview, but if you want to go and watch the Kevin Hart interview or the Breakfast Club, he did call people stupid for not really kind of agreeing with the joke. But let me say this, because a lot of people in the comment section were trying to say the same thing that Kevin Hart said. Oh, stop being sensitive. It's only a joke. I didn't say it. It was just the level of joking that they were doing. Why don't we have jokes about the Holocaust?
Because then it's too sensitive and and now they want to cancel you and stuff like that. Yeah,
Any
that's why they
joke,
want to take everything light until it's about some white people or high-skinned yellow people, the caution people or the caution cousins, or whatever you want to say, because they got heated up in the whole joint. They got
yep.
barbecues and things of that nature. But they voted for this person to be in office, so I mean, they voted for their Hitler. They voted for their person. What they call it? What was he?
Who are you talking about?
Hitler. They voted for Hitler.
No, they didn't. Are you talking about Donald Trump?
You was just talking about the Jewish people, dude.
Okay,
in the
okay, okay. My bad.
Holocaust.
My
Come
bad.
on,
Yeah, yeah,
Shay.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, like I know I missed. I ain't listened to some parts of history, but I know the Holocaust and Hitler are like related. Like he's the main reason for the Holocaust. Like what? Oh my God, man!
Wait, but they didn't
Lord have
vote.
mercy on this
They
guy.
never voted for Hitler, is what I'm saying. So basically what I'm saying is this. There is no jokes to Jewish people because when it comes to the Jewish community, um, if you say anything bad about them, right, it is called anti-Semitic. When you are talking negatively about any Jewish person, the real Jewish history, they call you an anti-Semitic person.
Why they don't call people anti-black people? What they just call them racist? Is that equivalent?
They just call them racist, bigots. Racist is a different word for bigot. Bigot is like the the hate of a culture. Racist is like making sure that your culture stay on top. I guess it's two different definitions, but the same meaning. We just all say racist instead of bigot as well. But my point still stays the same when it comes to this situation. Ain't no way you can sit up here and make jokes about the Holocaust and how if we say Hitler was right for going around and offing and unaliving all of the Aryan people, which is the white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired human beings. So if there are jokes that you can't say because you're going to get canceled, why is it that every single black joke is acceptable? That's my point. And Kevin is missing that. Kevin is missing that point. So I disagree with him. I think it was just a Hollywood political move that he wanted to speak out and tell to the masses, to the people. And so y'all heard it for y'all self family that he decided to get on here and kind of defend him, and then at the same time tell everybody to have Tony Hitchcliffe, because that's who he is, to come on and defend himself. I hope he does not. If he get on, if he does an interview trying to defend his joke, I'm putting him on a podcast to talk about him too, because Kevin's making this like, oh, it's for shock value. It's for get to people talking, and guess what? Everybody's talking. Okay, so if I just said F America on the podcast, and I'm team Iran or something, you think everybody gonna say okay to that? Oh, he's just saying that for shock value. He really doesn't mean it. So we just say anything on the internet just to go
They
viral.
gonna find you. They doing it for clickbait.
Crazy. You think he told that joke for clickbait? I think he everybody keeps saying he's racist though.
Oh, most likely.
You think
Yes.
he's racist?
He's very much so racist.
That was a crazy, like the whole thing. And then people was like, well, what about Cheryl Underwood jokes about them talking about her husband committing suicide? That was also distasteful.
Yeah.
Y'all are
They should have said something then. Like, let's bring
the
it all to
joke
the
was
table.
horrible. Exactly. That is horrible. They like, well, Cheryl said it was okay. No, I don't care. That's
But the fact
crazy.
you had to ask lets you know it's not. If you got to ask, yes, it's not okay. No, it's not okay. Not okay at all.
I believe even with Cheryl saying that it's okay, it might have been something that's going on. Listen, Hollywood have its weird
Nah, because
ways
it's
of
like how
doing
would you
things.
want? It's like you got to see be reflexive in the thinking. Where how would you feel if somebody talked about your person who committed suicide?
Yep. Yep.
Now do you think it's okay? And they're like, oh well, she got tough skin. No, just answer the question. You
Mm-hmm.
can't dish it out, don't take it. Or you can't take it, don't dish it out. Whatever. Same difference. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
difference. Yeah. I agree with you, brother. That's is there's some things you need to have integrity for. And okay, I get all of y'all have racist jokes, like everybody. All of y'all talked about how short Kevin Hart is. All of y'all talked about the black people talked about white people. The white people talked about black people. So y'all say, hey, this is fair game. Then he went on the interview and said, well, also, what about when we roasted Tom Brady? We was getting on him about how his wife left him for the yoga instructor and all this other stuff. And y'all was talking about Tom Brady roast and stuff too. And that's why he went into the I like country music, but I won't go to a concert because it's one of the biggest things. So if you can't take the jokes, don't come and watch the jokes or don't come and watch a roast. How about don't
Right.
say the fucking jokes? All right. How about don't say the joke?
That part.
Just don't say
Don't
it.
say it at all. That's
All
what
right.
they say.
All right, family. Let's get into our last topic of the day. And you know what somebody hasn't said but actually did say? And this comes from one of the, I think this new pope ain't as bad as everybody think it is. Because he said something that ain't none of the popes before him ever said. I mean, it's like 200 years too late for it, but let me just get into the story. All right. On Monday, May 25th, which was yesterday, a pope said out loud, it is impossible not to feel deep sorrow when contemplating the immense suffering and humiliation endured by so many, in stark contrast to their immeasurable dignity as persons um, loved by the Lord. Pope Leo the 14th wrote, "For this, in the name of the church, I sincerely ask for pardon." Mark the first time any pope has ever publicly acknowledged, let alone apologize, for the role that the Vatican itself played in giving European sovereigns explicit authority to subjugate and enslave people. So, in short, family, the Pope gave out, this is the Pope from Chicago, by the way, the newest Pope that we just got, has apologized for slavery.
Crazy word. Crazy word. I'm surprised. Like he need to give reparations or something. Like since he's the Pope, most powerful position in the land, he need to give reparations. Sorry, don't cut it no more. Like we need instant reparations. You know, every black person in America should have a random X amount of money in the thousands. You know, just sent to the bank account as a severance pay. You know,
Well, you
that's
know
my
they ain't
thing.
gonna do that.
No, they're not. Sorry, don't cut it.
Yeah.
Don't cut it. Like maybe if they wanted, if they were slaves, like yo, let's reverse it, and they all be slaves and see how it felt, you know. But they wouldn't. They don't want to endure that. If they
Well, we
saw
talking
Passion
about
of the
that.
Christ, you know, I don't think that was enough. It was. That's not enough for them, you know. They
He
gotta
said
feel it.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, yeah. That's not enough for them. No.
um, Yeah, in my opinion, like you say, sorry ain't enough. But I mean, it's a little.
No.
It's about 400 years too
What
late,
would
brother.
Jesus do? Jesus would get us paid.
I would actually want to write the Pope now to see if he would read that letter from the United States. If we can mail it over, I would love to write him a letter and see if he will respond to us to see what else could be done besides an apology, a public apology. This is the first time, family, as they said in the report, a Pope actually acknowledged the Vatican's or the Catholic Church's participation in American slavery.
They need to have a black Pope. Get a black Pope.
I think
see
we
if
had
that is an apology. Did we have a black Pope? Let me see.
Early history, yes, sir. Yes, we did.
Oh, we need a modern day black Pope. Let me see. That ain't gay.
Before we
No, he ain't gay.
Yeah, so I definitely would love to see what the Pope would do if we had dialogue and to see like what can we do outside of the apology or the recognition that he opened the door for himself to say something about that, and him even standing his ground against Donald Trump back and forth. When they were going back and forth with their thoughts, I just think to myself, what else can be done? Can we? The reparations talk is like them saying, we gave y'all reparations. And I'll be like, well, how? Because you didn't do it. Just like how the Jewish is constantly on top of things. They're ahead of music. They're ahead of the movie industry. They're ahead of so many things, and they're always getting tax write-offs. They know every single financial institution and how to play the financial game. Why is that being kept from the Black community so much? It's crazy how
they don't want us to get ahead.
Europeans,
That's what it is.
they always have, for some reason, they know exactly how to play everything. We have to learn for ourselves about crypto and Bitcoin, and we're trying to figure these things out. And then we got some people that might have a little bit of knowledge and they'll teach as much as they can to us, but they never ever at the level of the European or the Jewish person who has already been into crypto, been into Bitcoin for years. They know exactly how they're going to use Donald Trump's coin that they say that Donald Trump wants to make, his little gold coins or digital coins and digital money that they want to make for the future. They already know they already have an economic plan for when the dollar collapses fully. But Black community don't have that. So my question is going to always be, what can we do outside of, you know what, Black people, you guys were right. And I'm sorry. But this was an interesting topic, family, that I wanted to bring to the platform because that's crazy. I've never, a person, a literal figure said, hey, you know what? I apologize for the indecency of the Catholic Church not stepping in to help out when slavery was happening. All right, family. I got a little video before we get into the thought from the Pharaoh this week. I want us to react to it real quick, and I'm gonna react to it first because this starting to be one of my favorite people to look at online. Israel.
Oh.
This is Sarah from the It's Giving podcast.
Wow, I've seen some of her clips. So I think I watched one or two of her podcasts.
She be on fire.
Skinny,
She be
light
on
skinned skinny woman.
fire.
Is that the one, the light skinned skinny woman?
You talking about her?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's get to it.
Man desires to provide, and if that man gets down and you leave him, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and you talk to him crazy, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and the respect goes out the window, you're not a real one. End of story. That's the way that it is. And I'm standing on that 10,000 toes down.
He doesn't want to be reminded of his past, so he leaves the woman that helped him build this.
You got to also understand that most men feel like most women aren't loyal anyway. So if you go through the test of time and she is loyal, they're not going to give up a loyal one to take a chance on one that they think is not loyal. Let me finish.
Oh my God.
They're not going to give up the woman that they already found that they know is loyal for a woman
That's a lie.
let me finish. That
That's
they
facts.
know is not loyal out here in these streets. Anissa.
Okay. I'm sorry.
All the men are agreeing, and that's what you're doing. What a lot of the women do in the comments, you argue, and these men right here saying that
I'm
that's
not
the
saying
truth.
that all men are the same. I'm just saying that there's both sides on each spectrum, and I just
There's
feel like we
always
need to
both
speak
sides
to
and
each
everywhere
side.
in between. What I'm saying is, you have to understand, most men don't trust women.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
just
agree.
don't. And so
vice
if you
versa.
get a woman that you finally know has your back for real, rides it out with you, and then you hit a downtime, and now not only is she loyal one when it's up, now you know she's loyal when it's down, when you're down.
She get everything.
She gets everything.
I agree. That's how it's supposed to be.
The majority of men are not going to leave that woman and risk on another woman when most women aren't loyal. It's not realistic. A masculine.
Ooh.
Wow. I don't know what you want me to say.
Can I
I
go
mean,
first?
she's spitting. Oh yeah, go ahead. She's spitting spitting truth.
All right, ladies. This is coming from the king right now. Okay, ladies. She is absolutely 1,000%. If a man, if we can trust you, speaking from myself, you will get everything. There's no argument. There is no maybe. You know what? Even if a woman tells me, Solomon, I want to be your only one. I don't want to be in a polygamous relationship. I want to be in a monogamous relationship. If I know I can trust you 1,000%, all the other women can go. All other women can go. Me and you could be one-on-one. You could be my wife, my everything. If I know I can trust you when I'm up, if the money getting spent, and if the money ain't getting spent, if we going across seas to Europe, Africa, Australia, or if we going domestic to Chicago, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Florida, wherever, if we up and we down and you still there solid, you wife and you get everything.
Everything. Yeah, that is true though. It's hard to find good ones to trust and things of that nature. But it's like if she is what you looking for exactly and run the ship as tight as you want it to be, then yeah, that's the one. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it is hard to trust like 100%. Cause it's like I can't tell you one thing or tell you something, then you go out and tell somebody else, and I'm like, yo, this was confidential information. Like they weren't supposed to know this. But yeah, as public as I am, I like a lot of stuff private. So yeah. But she telling the truth though. She telling the truth.
All right, family. Now it is time for Thoughts from the Pharaoh. And how Thoughts from the Pharaoh go? Each week, Israel and I will go back and forth, giving you all our thoughts of that week. And it could be a Bible scripture. It can be an encouraging word. It can even be a rant. And this week, family, it is my turn. So I'm going to take it away. And family, my thought is simply this. We need more male role models that is going to stick around and be men. Now, understand that we are in a time where a lot of women are in charge and they are making headway. We're going through a new cycle of time, the rebirth, if you will, of how society should be set up. Slavery is in it. That curse is over. We now have different things now. The replacement age. The replacement age is the transhumanism, like I talked about months ago. The transhumanism of people that's might be cyborg or amputees of people just not being 100% human. We also have the emergence of AI. Right? There's so many things that is being in place to take away the human experience. At this moment in time, we need men to be men because we are at war. Might not physical war with Iran and all these other people, but we also in a spiritual war with ourselves, with our future, and also with our past. And if we have the right amount of masculine energy and male role models to help these young men as they continue to grow and learn and grow into men, we'll have the balance that we need. So like I said, we are in the time of woman reemerging, taking the forefront place. It might be financially in the household. More women might be more breadwinners now, right? And I'm not saying that our black men or men, period, are not going to get to the money, but there are certain things that women are leading now. Our job as men is to continue to be men because the women want you to be a man, and you should want to be a man yourself. So, like I said, we are at the crossroads of transhumanism, of AI, of the great replacement. We need the men to step up to teach the younger men what it is to be a man, not toxic, because also there's a thing of a high rise of not just only women in power, but also a rise of toxic women as well that are taking on a lot of narcissistic traits. I would love for the women just like Sarah to continue to call out the toxic traits of women on this podcast, because I am a man. I will call out the toxic traits that men need to fix to be better. And right now, we take in our brothers' hands and we are building a bond and brotherhood for each other. And that is my thought for this week, family. Let's talk about being men, brotherhood, and teaching the youth what men are.
That's what's up.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, man, I ain't got nothing else. What you got going on, Israel? Anything else going on?
Man, I'm gonna cook. Work tomorrow. And then we're gonna see if it's work. What's it? Tomorrow Thursday. Tomorrow
Tomorrow,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So work Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see if it's work Friday. If it ain't Friday, hopefully it's canceled and I gotta have a 3, 4, 5 day weekend or something. And the tech next week ain't gonna be the best. But hey, I could take all these off days I could get while it's raining 40 days and 40 nights down here. It seems like
Somebody cracked open the dome and they let the water in, man.
Oh, that's what you think going on? Oh, that's what happened. Somebody cracked open a dome.
Yeah,
and
we
let
still
the
got.
water.
Yeah, we still got to talk about more stuff, more alien information coming out, more just more stuff, spiritual stuff. I want to get to a lot of like the signs and wonders of today's time, what time period we are actually living in. A lot of breakdown. I still have to go see the Michael movie. I might give y'all a breakdown of that. I might not, because Michael is such a open-ended. Michael Jackson is such an open-ended movie, and people have so many different thoughts about Michael Jackson. But I did get a chance to listen to that new Drake Iceman album.
Oh, Iceman. You know, it's
Pretty good.
three. You got three of them. The Iceman, Maid of Honor, and Habiti.
So you know why he dropped 3 albums, right?
I heard so he could get out the deal.
Why he dropped 3 albums, right?
So he could get out the deal. I thought it wasn't a bad deal.
And that's why he got on the. Oh, he wanted to be free of it. So remember, I got to say this for next episode. We'll talk about it.
For the next episode.
We'll talk about it because
it's gonna all lead into the same Michael and Drake.
I can break down. Yes, it's all connected.
It's not.
It's all connected.
Well,
I'm gonna give one example right now. Yeah, I'm gonna save it for next episode, but I'll give one example of it right now. On the Iceman cover, he has a Michael Jackson glove. Got the 3s up.
Threes.
Everybody say it's 666.
3. I don't know. I thought. Let me go look at it again.
Yeah, it's the Michael Jackson glove, right? Michael Jackson. And Dr. Umar talked about this, but Michael Jackson wanted to get out of his Sony deal.
Technically, like this. It's like this. I don't know. Oh, you can't see it. There you go.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
I was thinking Playboy Bunny, but he do got the Michael Jackson.
He got the Michael Jackson glove. Yeah. I thought Playboy Bunny was 2. 2 fingers.
That is 2. It's 2 fingers.
It's 3.
That's 2 fingers up.
You
count the 4th finger?
It's I'm telling you, it's 3.
Okay. All right.
You don't see that? You don't see that pinky in the back? So basically, I was just saying, like, that was just his own thing right there of how he was trying to get out of his record deal with UGM, Universal Music Group, the same way Michael Jackson wanted to get out of his deal with Sony. And we can break all that down.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
what was what?
Michael Jackson deal.
Michael Jackson deal was 6 albums over 15 years. He did that around 1992 or something. Don't remember exactly, but they didn't want to get him out of his deal. Oh, see, now you got people talking. Who's trying to
save? We're gonna save it later. And that's it for our Super Short Show. Yeah, I'm gonna look up Michael Jackson.
All right, family. Thank you for joining us on episode 86 of the Pharaohs Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and you can find me on Facebook at Solomon Walker. You can follow me on Instagram at CJWalker103. And if you want to get your book published, you can email me at cwalker1582@gmail.com. Israel, where can people find you?
Yeah, y'all can find me at the Pharaohs Podcast. You can find me at JonathanJohnson61.com. You can also send me email at johnjohnatl61@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. And family, I'm gonna have to put this episode on tomorrow on Wednesday for Spotify. So don't worry, family. We're a day late, but it was a holiday. So just excuse us for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We a day late, but we ain't never a dollar short. You feel me? All right. All right, family. With that being said, peace.